Can you hear me? 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 One second. All right, let's see. I just want to make sure that it works. I just want to make sure that I'm live. Where is this? Okay, 1 second. Hello, hello. God. What the hell is going on here? 1 second. All right. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Okay, you can. Sorry, I'll try to maybe cut it. Yeah, I'll have to. Hi everyone. So today I want to talk about Alchemist app that I'm building here. You know, like you want to be you want to be storyteller, and what is the first thing you do? You build a software. You build an app to tell stories. I mean, I'm obviously being sarcastic, but like my creator background and also curiosity for like vibe coding and all this stuff, for like what is possible right now with AI, took over, and I decided to kind of try it. I always build products, and I build them with developers, and you're kind of restrained with like what can be done because you need to allocate resources. And here I had all this incredible software available to me, and I'm like, hey, how about I do something with it, right? And I decided that I will build an app. And an app, what type of app I'm gonna build? I'm gonna build an app that helps you create a story. And I use AI in a very interesting way. I don't use it to create something for me. I use it to be like my brainstorm buddy. And I also ask it to pretend it to be like an expert in certain topic that I'm discussing. So for example, like, I mean, let's say we're discussing like a scene, or like I want to make a story, like a movie, AI movie, right? Let's say, and I'm writing, and I just want to get feedback about my scene, and like I can ask James Cameron or like Otomo, creator of Akira, Denis Villeneuve, you know him, and Isaac Asimov, like one of the sci-fi greats. And what's interesting here, so here's how it works. It's like, here's how I used it before I made this. I just asked AI to pretend you are this person, and pretend you are this person, and like simulate the discussion about this question and give me their thoughts about it. And it's incredible. It was I was getting incredible results, and I'm like, wow. And I was using it so much for different things, like pretend you're a world-class designer and you're a world-class product manager or whatever, and just discuss with each other. And I was reading their feedback, and it was like I was getting 360-degree feedback. And I'm like, what if I make it a product? Just a debate. You just choose the masters, and you ask a question, and three of them discuss with each other, and you get their feedback. For example, like, and I built it, alchemist-hub.io. It's not ready yet, but like here is the demo. Like 1 second. Here, yeah. So this is the first screen where you choose your masters, and I choose one. You see, I found a bug, that's why I got stopped. You see here, I optimized it for mobile because the way it looks on mobile, yeah, that's where it gets really annoying. When you start debugging mobile desktop, you see here you have 0 and 4, and but it made the same changes here, and it looks so small. Anyways, I mean, yeah. It ain't easy. So I just picked like 12 masters. Let's James Cameron, Denis Villeneuve, Christopher Nolan, Catherine Bigelow, Robert McKee, William Goldman, Ursula Le Guin, Octavia Butler, Rowling, Katsuhiro Otomo, Alan Moore, Clarissa Pinkola-Este, and I just picked them. I will add more, but like let's say that I pick this 4, and I say start your session, and I'm here. Right, I'm here in this chat, and let's say I want to ask a question like my openings. Let's just push on preset. My opening sentence has too much exposition. How do I cut it? Let's see. Denis Villeneuve, show me the world through your character's eyes, not their mouths. What does the morning light reveal? What objects in their room tell me everything about their life? Trust that your audience reads images faster than they hear words. One haunted glance in a mirror can contain an entire backstory. William Goldman, the scriptwriter. Look, I don't need to know what your character ate for breakfast unless it's poisoned. Start your scene at the last possible moment before something changes, and trust conflict to reveal backstory. If you can't cut exposition, you're starting in the wrong place. Find where the trouble actually begins and burn everything before it. The previous advice is sound, but here is what matters more. Draw the world first. Explain it never. I learned this laying out Neo Tokyo. Show me the pill capsule scattered on the pavement, the protest graffiti half burned, the way someone walks through the doorway, and I'll understand everything about power, decay, and what's about to explode. Wow. The pattern from those who spoken is clear. Show through action, not explanation. Strip every line that tells us backstory and replace it with behavior that reveals character under pressure. Your audience doesn't need to understand everything. In scene 1, they need to feel dramatic tension. Start with the moment of conflict and let exposition emerge only when it becomes absolutely necessary to understand what's at stake. I mean, this is incredible. This is incredible. And then I can keep asking, like, okay, let's expand on it. I don't know, whatever. Okay, let's expand on it. And I can just let's say a man is chased by a robot. No, let's do this. A robot is chased by a man. A robot wants to ask for help. Robots needs help. needs help. He bumps into, let's say, into a woman, and it all gets tangled. I should have prepared some scene. And it all gets tangled. You see the bug, not the bug, but like it just goes and goes, but it should go down. Well, let me write it. You see here, I have the bugs that I write. Anyways, it should go. Expand downwards. Anyways, there's a lot of typos. I'll understand it later. I just need to make a quick note. You see, these are like so many like different little things that like the bugs that I need to fix already in this thing. Anyways, robot needs to help. Robot needs help. He bumps into the woman and it all gets tangled. What's the best way to exposition why a robot is chased? Right? Let's see what'll happen. Okay. I'm literally testing with you. You see, it doesn't scroll automatically down. I need to fix it so it scrolls automatically. Anyways, show us the object first in silence. Let the camera linger in it, in the robot's possession. Let us see how desperately he protected before we understand why. The woman should discover what's being pursued through action, through seeing the violence of the chase, not through explanation. I don't know why you're talking about I don't know who you are talking about, but here's what matters. The woman should piece it together exactly like the audience does. She sees the violence, sees what the robot's protecting, puts two and two together through action and discovery. The second someone stops to explain the chase, your movie dies. The previous speaker is right, but they're still thinking in terms of explanation. Show us object. Let the camera linger on it for 2 seconds while chaos erupts around it. The woman glimpses it during the collision, sees the man's eye locked on it, watches how the robot shields it with his body. That's all you need. What emerges from the console is a structural question about exposition, timing, and delivery. Show the pursuit first, exposition second. Open with the chase, visceral, desperate, immediate danger. The woman becomes our surrogate, demanding answers we need. The robot reveals information only under pressure, in fragments, earning each reveal through escalation stakes. Exposition isn't information delivery, it's ammunition traded for survival. Holy shit! Exposition isn't information delivery, it's ammunition traded for survival. Isn't it fucking unbelievable? Isn't it this fucking unbelievable? So I added, so how it works. I mean, there's a prompt. I created prompt, like be this guy, and like, and because LLMs, they learn based on all the interviews, books and stuff from these characters and from their movies, from their stories, they have a grasp of like the way these people talk and what they think. and it's mine. Sometimes it doesn't work, but when it works, it works. I mean, you just saw it. It's unbelievable, unbelievable. And so yeah, that's what I'm building. And how am I building it? I use Cursor, and I basically I use the I use the easiest way. 1 second, what's going on here? I use Cursor. Why? Because it's, I mean, it helps me to write code. I know a little bit code, but like not, I can't write a complex app like this. And with Cursor I did, but what I do have, I have like a structural thinking. Like I have like how to say, I know how to break down things. And so if you don't just like, hey, write me like do this, do that, and then it will get super complicated and break. That's actually what's happening with me right now because I added too much stuff. If you go like slowly layer by layer and test every layer and like test the security, I basically like, I build something and then I open the new chat and say, hey, check only security. Pretend you're like a senior developer as a like a in security. Check all this. Ask me what you need from me. This is the structure. I created like a very detailed documentation. Like here, 1 second. 1 second. Let it expand. So I created a very detailed documentation of this thing, right? 1 second, let me scroll it up. It's because I'm using streaming. It's kind of like laggy a little bit. See, it's like I gave very detailed documentation. So because then when I do anything, I can just provide the very detailed context from basically this, right? And I record everything, and I make it to so it, whatever code is added, it has to be like very detailed. Comments are very detailed. Like you see 1 line of code and like 5 lines of explanation. So then what it allows me to do, it allows me to understand what's going on later, because what happens when you add feature, it starts all simple, and then when you add feature, you add another feature, you add another feature, and it just starts adding all this. Like, it started very simple, like with couple pages, and now I have like, let's just go with components. Components is like things that are reused again and again. We have chat bubble, chat input, empty state. I use because I'm obviously like, I want speed. I'm not here to make like become a developer or something. I'm here to make quickly this MVP and try it and for myself. So I use Next.js. I listened to what AI told me, that this will be the most optimal to use because it's lets me build the UI fast. And I use Cloudflare because it's Cloudflare because it has like all the things needed to run it, and basically for zero cost till like I get thousands of users, and it's secure. And I use Cursor to write this thing because it's it's really great. Like you have all the things that I need are here basically. And yeah, this is my landing page. So I basically decided to build an entire app. As further I went into this like forest, little forest of building, as more I kind of got lost, and like one of the things I'm dealing now is like I added like so you can. I'm jumping all over the place. Let me clear my mind. So I started very simple as per usual, but then I started to add feature after feature after feature, like small things, like, you know, for example, like you can now, during a chat, I can replace Villeneuve with James Cameron, let's say, right? I changed him, like Denis Villeneuve left, James Cameron joined. I'm like, okay. Okay, that's interesting. How about the fact okay, then how to decide which scene to choose in millions of ways the story can go. See, it doesn't scroll up. I need to fix it. It has to go up. You follow here, James Cameron. You follow the path of maximum consequences. Ask yourself which choice makes failure more catastrophic and forces your character to reveal who they truly are under that pressure. The scene that terrifies you most as a writer, the one where you think, I can't put them through that, that's your scene. That's interesting. Look, you're overthinking this. The scene that best answers what does my character want right now and what's the worst thing that could happen if they go after it is your scene. Structure isn't about infinite possibilities, it's about the one choice that locks your character into inevitable collision. The previous expert has logic right, but misses something crucial. Draw the scene first. Put your character in the space. Show it's clearly visual storyteller versus writer. I will tell you where the story must go. You see, you can also like kind of mix and match, like because Otomo is not writer. He's a mangaka. He looks at the world differently from like the other two. He's closer to James Cameron in this, but James Cameron is in between. When I'm stuck between possibilities, I sketch the moment of highest physical tension. The body doesn't lie about what matters. Interesting. Robert Mackie, this guy is like about writing. What my colleagues are revealing is a choice paralysis comes from not knowing your controlling idea, the spine of meaning your story must express. He's more like methodical, I think. Every scene and selection becomes simple when you ask, does this choice create a turning point that proves or tests my story central truths about life? Structure isn't about picking from millions of possibilities, it's about discovering the one inevitable path your premise demands. Anyways, you got the idea, okay? I'm sure you got the idea. So this is the app, and like I have my history here, and like I'm dealing with like tons of little bugs right now because I added some features that I didn't know that. I mean, like editing the master here, it looks like an easy thing, but it's adds so much complexity. Plus also like having a mobile version makes it like, you see the mobile it looks differently. It looks all easy, but it's a totally different development. And because I made this, like how many masters are chosen, it affected it on other page. Anyways, 1 second. Why it is here? Oh, I see. Yeah, it should be there. Yeah, that you literally like experienced right now. I was like, and now I need to use it a lot to reveal all these issues. So I just basically had an idea, and I had like some technical understanding. you shouldn't be curious at least. And then whatever like AI wrote, whatever like it helped me with, I asked for detailed comments and I read everything, and then I asked follow-up question, and then I got the understanding. So the most important thing is to understand structure and what is happening. You don't need to know the syntax and the details. You don't need to know all the minutia. Like, I mean, the developers probably will look at me like I'm I mean, they'll not like what I'm saying, but like I don't have. I'm not learning code to code. I'm learning. I wanted to have this tool, so I want to make sure that the structure is sound, so it can then be scaled, kinda, and it's. There's no stupid errors in security-wise, so I just make a double check. I double check everything. I test rigorously and make sure that the user experience is good. Like everything clicks and doesn't break and stuff. And like basically, as good as you test, as better it will be. So now, yeah, it took me like 6 days to build it. First, I built this. It's like it's 1 second. No, I'm in Figma, right? And so this is like a map of screens. First, I built this. I mock-upped everything, like, you know, the user flow. Then I choose, like, this is landing page. This is then the master choice. Then like the chat itself. Then the chat when it works. Then the history of the chat. And the login and sign up. It's coming. There's no authentication now. And like I was thinking about, like, you know, what's your decision, to force you to kind of make some decisions from the debate. But then I'm like, okay, like that just didn't make sense now. And I focused on the chat. So yeah, that I made this. Once I had this, I knew, and this is where it starts on landing page. And once I had this, then I go in like page by page by page by page, like I just build them. Like structure, you see, AI didn't structure this, I structured this. It does what I say. And sometimes I ask it, what do you think about my plan? Imagine you are like, I don't know, like a senior developer with 20 years of experience building certain products. Like, what would be your advice? And you will say, like, show me this file, show me that file. And I show it, like, at first I get the structure, because I, like, as I said, I documented really detailed. So every time I do some changes, I ask AI, like, now update the file with like all the, like, the documentation file that documents everything we do with the changes you made. And yeah, and that's the way I'm building it. I don't know what will happen in the end, but so far so good. I got a little bit lost. It's annoying, like lost. What I mean by lost is like I'm like fixing, like, this is here wrong, that's wrong on mobile. That's I need to kind of like I just can't let it go. This stupid perfectionism sometimes, but it's I need to just like accept certain imperfections and just test the core product itself, and I want to release it very soon. So yeah, that's what I'm building. And what is my plan is to build the debate part and use it to make my own story. To make my own story, like yeah, like a short movie, like 1 minute AI generated movie, using all these tools. And it like people, AI skeptics will say, "Where AI writing, AI like where?" I'm using it as a consultant. I'm using it as a teacher, like not a teacher. Also, like, you see, like I have here, it literally says the value is stuck creating your story, master storytellers debate your scene, you choose the path forward, and the spectrum of perspectives becomes your direction. So that's it. Like that's the value of this tool. Sometimes you just don't know what to do, and it helps you by just giving this feedback. And pretty simple thing, but very, very powerful, because like, where do I start? What do I do? Like, how do I do it? And I'm not asking them to do exactly like, they are not writing it for me. They're not creating it for me, but they're helping me. It's like in Hollywood, they literally pay like consultants to fix their scripts and stuff, or like in business everywhere. It's basically, I have like a coach. I have like a team of like world-class, best in history coaches, like, and this tool is available. I'm just like, why not to use it this way? So yeah, it's not like a robot that works for me. It's a exoskeleton for my brain. And yeah, that's how I see it, and that's what I'm doing. My biggest challenge is marketing. I am so bad at it. I don't know. I just get so stuck with the product. I just like, I just lock myself in the room and build, and then no one is using it. This time I want to do it differently though. That's why I'm streaming now. I mean, even though it's jumbled and mumbled, but like I just want to get into this habit and then add like making videos and like just I want to also review the models weekly and just make like a leaderboard and like, which model is good for what, to help me, because I will be using it while I'm making my short, and to help others. So yeah, my vision here is not like to make a tech startup. My vision is to make I made it for myself. I got tired of like typing be this, be that. I just systemized it. I made myself a tool, and I'm gonna release it next week and see. I mean, probably no one will use it yet because I have no following and no one knows me. But I need to find a way, and one of the ways I'm thinking about is to make this short, and also like just to make videos, cool videos about certain like areas of storytelling or like about AI, and then like slowly gain the audience and usage, and then we'll see where it goes. So yeah, that's the story, and it's fun. I'm really looking forward where it will end up. Like, I mean, the worst case scenario, I made an app. I had all the experience. I learned how the AI works because it's an incredible experience, and I also like have this tool that I can use for myself. So yeah, I mean, it's interesting. If you wanna like know how to something works, just try to play with it. That's kind of my approach, and I just dedicated 1 week for it. That I freed up, and yeah, it's interesting. Anyways, hope you learned something, and hope if you have any questions, just let me know there in the comments. If there's anyone watching, I don't know actually. Is there anyone watching? Nope, no one is watching. Or is someone watching? Oh yeah, someone is watching, and this someone is me on my phone. Anyways, so yeah, have a great time wherever you are, whatever you do, and yeah, Alchemist, it's coming. See you, and see you in my next stream. Thank you, and yeah, bye till the next time.